everybody, Gunner Burner. It's Tuesday again, so that means...
No storage place.
Talk. That's jive talk for marijuana.
Nudity on slick paper.
Means there's a fly in here.
I'm angry.
Oh no!
And I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to start this episode off like an episode, but there's no promises. It's gonna stick to what we're going to review here.
He's mean. You know what I mean.
But what we're doing today is fuck you.
What? Did the fly get in there? He's controlling things now.
Cheers for Chubby. A 1950s like fat shaming educational.
Hooray for Chubby Hollywood. Chubby Wubby Hollywood.
So it starts off with us meeting baby Chubby.
Chubby started out in life as a chubby little fellow with a hearty appetite.
Hey, baby Chubby.
And it's like, hey,
That's what I get in the morning.
maybe if you...
I even say hi to him. Hi, baby Chubby. It's like, hi, y'all.
Maybe if you don't name your fucking baby Chubby, it might not get chubby.
It's like, hi, Chubby Wubby.
But they don't blame the parents.
I'm
Of course, it's the 50s, they blame the wife, but we'll get into that.
I'm like, hi, little Chubby. Want a rubber? He's like, yeah.
And as fucking Chubby grew up, he ate more.
As he grew, so did his food needs. But that was all right. He was growing, especially lengthwise.
But they weren't worried about because he's a growing man or teen or kid, whatever.
He's a growing
He
boy.
had like a fucking goddamn fucking Scooby-Doo sandwich. They'd be like, bleh.
Yeah, now that's considered a normal sandwich.
Yeah? Oh yeah, guess what? Chubby was an athlete
Chubby was quite an athlete in his high school days. In track,
in his teen
In his
years.
teen years, he's
Football,
in football,
prom,
and at the school prom.
which I don't know how that's athletics, but whatever. And he was also a lifeguard that saved motherfuckers.
And he was the most popular lifeguard on the beach, always ready to rescue a damsel in distress. And as his reward, she married him.
So this is like the story of Mark Madden.
And then he gets married.
Mark Madden. What the fuck am I thinking? I'm thinking of not Mark. John Madden. Fucking Mark
The
Madden.
Boogeyman?
Mark Madden's the boogeyman? Jesus Christ.
So John Madden's the Boogeyman.
Oh, he is?
He's so scary looking, dude. Look at that. That's some boogity fucking shit right
He's
there.
got big ass Ernest Borgnine hands.
Boom! Tough acting, acting.
Boom! Tough acting, tin acting.
Boom!
But anyway, he gets married, and of course, it all goes downhill because his wife's such a good cook, and she feeds him too fucking well.
Mrs. Chubby was a good cook and fed him well, perhaps too well. Chubby started growing again, this time sideways.
I would always liked it when John Madden sounded like his record was skipping in between saying something. He'd be like, you're talking, he'd be like, you're like, what the fuck? He's transmorphing. You know, and he, boom! And he would just snap the fuck out of it.
And so Mrs. Chubby got fat too.
And the same thing happened to slim, attractive Mrs. Chubby. And the more they ate, the bigger they got. And the bigger they got, the more they ate.
Oh, no! You know, I hear chicks all the time, they're like, my boyfriend, he's worried that I'm gonna get chubby. And I'm like, oh, he'll probably get chubby before you.
And it's like, yeah, I mean...
And who gives a fuck, really? Everybody's chubby!
Yeah.
Look at these fucking actors that are supposedly not chubby. You know, and then they snap them on the fucking, on the, you know, they're on the ocean or whatever, they're on the ocean. They're on the beach, I can't talk today. They're on the beach, and they got some chub. They're chubby, you know? Look at Leonardo DiCaprio. Chubby! You know, you got fucking Chris Pratt. Everybody's Chris Pratt, yeah. Chubby! You know, every single fuck chubby. Have anybody seen Arnold lately? He looks like pudding.
Dude, Arnold's 70-some years old.
Okay,
Give him
he's
a
got
break.
an excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, he's pissed everybody off with his
I
freedom
know.
talk. Oh, screw your freedom. But that's not what he was talking about. And if you had an
Yeah,
apple
no.
brain, you'd know that. But, you know, everybody was like, I'm taking his picture down. He triggered me. I'm like, oh, shut up.
Man. See, I was going so well, and you had to bring up people.
I
hate fucking people.
Arnold, yeah, he solved the riddle still, and banging the maid, and pissing off hockey fans.
So it's just like, dude, seriously, people nowadays it's like the worst problem we have today. I mean,
he's neutral.
There is a million problems, but one of the worst is that people, for some reason, of all ages, you can't just blame this on fucking kids, and you can't blame it just on old people. It's people of all ages that just can't be wrong.
Oh no,
they will not. They
will not accept.
They will not admit to being wrong.
It's healthy to admit that when you're wrong.
We do it all the time.
It's very healthy to be like, you know what, I was wrong. I was being a dick, and I'm very sorry.
Not even being a dick, just I was wrong.
Or I was just wrong.
Okay, because today, fucking pair of dudes come into the restaurant, and fucking waitress comes back, and she's like, so, the dude out there says, last week he ordered cream chip beef here. Like shit on a shingle. And
shit on a shingle.
Me and Mike are like, no he didn't, because we haven't had that stuff since before the pandemic. She's like, alright, I'll go tell him that, we haven't had that stuff since for almost 2 years.
This obviously hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Sir.
So she goes out there and tells him, well, I'm sorry, sir, we haven't had that in like 2 years. No, I ordered it last week. No, it went from 2 weeks ago to last week, or vice versa. It doesn't matter.
At what point does it become?
And they get all pissed off and they fucking leave. It's like, dude, why do people, when they're wrong, they can't just be like, oh, okay, I was wrong, I will order this. Or whatever, I was wrong, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, why do people have to double down on every fucking thing?
Everything.
Fuck that. A lot of people triple down.
Yeah. It's okay to be wrong.
It is.
It's okay to be wrong. Talking about, I was wrong. I'm sorry. It's okay to be wrong. You don't always have to be right. Nobody's always right.
Well, they think they're always right.
Well, they're far right. They're all right.
Because they find the information that makes them right. But that's those people. But just like in a situation like a situation today, like seriously, dude, it's like you double down when you know you did not fucking order that shit here.
Yeah.
And we haven't had it in 2 fucking years. But now you had to double down. And then you had to triple down by getting all fucking pissed off and fucking walking out. It's like, seriously, dude, you could have just been like, oh, I'm already here. I guess I was mistaken. I will fucking order blah, blah, blah breakfast.
Nobody's wrong now. Like you said. And that's a pandemic within itself. People that are self-righteous and always acting like they're never wrong, and like everyone.
And then when somebody proves them wrong, they double down. They're like, no.
Yeah, and it's like, and then the last resort is total freak out.
Yeah.
Like that one chick, that blonde chick, the one is just like, get away from me! Rah! She freaked out, just dropped to the ground and started screaming. There was, like in their mind, there's nothing left. This is it. There's my stand. I'm just gonna fall and scream. And guys. The guys that do like with the cut-off shirts and usually have the American flag with the weird bullet holes or whatever. As like my flag don't have any holes in it. But okay then, you're the one that supposedly honors it, and loves this country, but you like to put bullet holes in our shit, rip up our flag, you cunt. Even though your fat ass never served, not one fucking day. I never did, but I don't walk around saying I did. Or acting like I got some fake valor, like I fucking earned it. I didn't! And neither did you, fucky! Goddamn asshole, just because you sit in a fucking tree stand and blow a deer's head off, which, it's awesome. It's a sport. It's a sport. One fucking side doesn't know the fucking game's happening. That's cool. Like, if that fucking thing had a knife and shit and you had to fight one-on-one combat and you came out alive, I'd give you props. I'd pound it. But you're in a tree stand, fat ass, like, bleh. You're like, oh, bleh,
with your thermos of soup and fucking now iPhone holding your fucking, well, I guess,
you got all the advantages to kill the other side, but you're a
trail cams.
Badass.
Fuck you. Fuck them all.
Piece of shit. If you were such a badass, why'd you join the military? Don't give me some shit about I injured my knee in high school football. Get that fuck out. You benched. You were benched the whole time.
You benched?
I said you were benched. You were benched the whole fucking time. You joined You were just that fat kid that was always on the bench.
So Mrs. Chubby, speaking of fat people,
There's a reason a coach never picked you, Earl.
goes to the fucking store and she can't get clothes. She keeps getting pushed down the fucking line until she ends up at the awning section.
And Mrs. Chubby found that they were making dresses in much smaller sizes than they used to.
And
That's kind of tight. Like, damn, son.
Well, dude, but then they also say that, like, you know, car doors are too small for her now.
And the doors on automobiles were getting smaller.
Like, really?
She's not that fucking fat.
She ain't that big. In fact, she's probably normal size considering nowadays, you know?
And then, you know,
And who don't like a little bit of, meat on,
push it on the cushion for the pushing.
Me personally, I like my women like my McDonald's shakes, thick and hard to get through a straw.
Oh, the McDonald's shakes.
Are thick and hard to get through a straw.
But they're not even shakes. They're a frappe of fucking chemicals.
Me the fucking shakes, dude. You can say whatever you want about the pink slime. It's fine. Don't bastard.
No, dude, the shakes are awful.
I'm sure they are, but I like them. Don't ruin
No,
it
they're
for me.
fucking awful.
I don't care. You're awful.
I was like, I'll eat a Big Mac or some chicken nuggets from McDonald's
You'll
here or
even
there.
slap down a shake.
But no, I won't.
What
I will
about
not get
Frosties?
Yeah, Frosties
I
are
can
good.
fuck up Frosties
Yeah.
too. They be brain freeze real fast though.
Yeah.
They're hard to put down.
We ended up just making
crack cocaine.
like I don't know why I'm doing.
Now
this.
I can relate to Chubby.
Yeah, well, me and Trish just made fucking milkshakes the last couple of days. Like, just made them here. So good.
Is it hard not to sound stupid saying the word?
What?
Milkshakes. Milkshake. You sound stupid saying it. Milkshakes.
This sounds stupid every time any words come out of my mouth. So anyway, blah blah blah, Chubby on the scale.
And something always seemed to be wrong with the scales.
Lay off the tub, Chub, or whatever the fuck it said. That's not what it says.
What was that song? Oh shit! Don't be coy, Roy.
Yeah, lay off the Chub. So, Mr. and Mrs. Chubby, they look at the photo album and they want to reduce.
Remembering how they used to look, Chubby and his wife decide to try to reduce. But how?
Which is weird because they say that a million times in this thing, that reduce. They never say lose weight, get skinny. They're just like, they want to reduce.
They want to reduce.
Reuse and recycle.
Maybe that's the way we should frame it now. People won't be so offended. Like, we just want you to reduce. They're like, okay, I can do that.
So Chubbers here runs.
Chubby tried exercise, which was kind of dangerous in his condition. And what Chubby didn't know was that actually he'd have to run 36 miles to take off a single pound of fat.
She does the belt thingy, you know, the...
Mrs. Chubby tried massage, but that didn't seem to work either.
I don't know why anybody thought that shit would do anything.
And then, you know, they go in for all the fads and cure-alls.
They tried fancy fads and cure-alls and learned that they're apt to be a bit dangerous.
Everything Joe Rogan would recommend.
Then they go to the fucking doctor, Why Be Fat, MD.
And so Chubby and his wife decide on a sensible thing to do. They visit their family doctor. Only a physician is qualified to decide how much weight one should lose and over what period of time. And for Mrs. Chubby, as for most people, what they weighed at 25 to 30 is about what they should weigh the rest of their lives. As Chubby's doctor knows, there's a close relation between overweight and health.
He's like, yeah, I took this with the DMT and now my head's a fucking basketball!
And then we get to learn how the long belt line equals a short lifeline.
The longer the belt line, the shorter the lifeline. Overweight people are more apt to develop such diseases as diabetes and heart trouble and die younger than those whose weight is normal.
And how you get fat by, like, you know, calories and, you know, all made by, or example, through machinery.
When you eat just enough food to supply the energy you need, your weight stays the same. But when you eat more than you burn up in energy, the rest is stored as fat. Energy is measured in calories. But if you reduce the number of calories, the body is called on to use up its stored fat, and you take off weight. But simply starving yourself won't do it. You must have essential foods, rich in proteins, vitamins, and minerals, for building, renewing, and repairing the human machine.
It's kind of hard, you know, to avoid not being fat or becoming fat when there's a, like, basically fat food becomes like a drug, like hardcore, and there's a dealer everywhere.
And it's fucking cheaper to buy fucking shit food than it is to buy good food.
That's true. No Whole Foods around this bitch.
And it's fucking expensive.
Whole Foods?
Yes.
There's farmland everywhere, and we're eating dirt. Makes sense of that. It's not corn going anyway. Ethanol.
In my belly. Well, a lot of it is going to ethanol, but like some farmers get subsidized not to grow anything at all. So anyway, but of course those are the motherfuckers that'll be like, Trump 2020, drain the swamp, but make sure I get my farm subsidies. So anyway,
Right.
doctor gives Chubbo a balanced diet.
That's why the doctor gives you a balanced diet. Not too many calories, but all the foods you need. He will tell you what you should eat, but you've got to work at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the best way to do this is to get together with other fatties.
Getting together with a group of other overweight people helps. The diet didn't look so bad at that. There were lots of things that Chubby and his wife liked to eat. Lean meats, and fish, and chicken, and vegetables, and fruits, and milk, and enriched or whole grain bread, and eggs.
I would think that would be the worst way to do it because other fatties influence other fatties. I know. I'm a fatty. If there's a whole group of us fatties, we're all just going to be sitting there being like,
It's a fat mob.
you're going to be like, oh yeah, I want to lose weight. And I'm like, yeah, lose weight. And you're like, you know what's good? Milkshakes are good. And they'll be like, yeah, milkshakes are good. And then we'll all go out getting milkshakes.
Yeah, it'll be a giant chubber wave.
So, oh yeah, I guess fucking Mr. Chubby here creates a device to help him lose weight, so he goes to a cafeteria with said device.
Especially with a device Chubby invented in his spare time. Chubby watched his calorie counter and passed up the high-calorie foods and picked the things called for on his diet. Nourishing, but not fattening.
You mean like shake weight?
No, it's a kind of box that says yes, no.
Oh, well, but shit, I wish it was that simple.
So he's sitting at the fucking table, and then we get gravy devils.
Uh-oh, what's this? Yes, when you have gravy, you find those old devils' hidden calories. Chubby's getting in trouble again. He's ignoring the hidden calories in those extras you add to your diet.
Bum, bum, bum.
Gravy seals.
And then, they're like, have some more butter, Chubby.
Have some more butter. Aw, make it 3. Just a couple of spoons. Go ahead, pour it on.
Have some more gravy and butter, Chubby. Dude, I fucking, and I personally, when I do have mashed potatoes, because I love mashed potatoes, you have brown gravy, I love brown gravy.
Yeah.
So, I guess I kind of like the gravy devils.
Well, yeah, dude, brown gravy's awesome. And whoever doesn't like brown gravy, there's something wrong
There
with
should be a sports team. You know what?
Well, dude, I still think
the
of
ex-Washington Redskins should name their guys the
brown gravies.
The brown gravies.
So.
Wait, that's Cleveland.
Yeah. So anyway, I still think of Boo, man. How Boo said the perfect food it would be to deep fry gravy. I'm sure it's probably been done at state fairs and stuff nowadays. But could you imagine some fucking battered and breaded fucking brown gravy?
Gravy cube.
Yeah, and it just fucking oozes gravy in your bag.
Oozes gravy, yeah. Yeah,
gravy
I'm sure.
cubes.
I'm sure. Now I'm thinking about deep fried gravy.
Chubby hits his device because it's going all crazy. And Mrs. here, she's at a lunch counter having a light lunch with ice cream. That's okay.
But then all of a sudden, the ice cream devils,
Yeah.
I guess, they came out of nowhere and was like, oh yeah, how about some fucking chocolates and fucking chips
And some whipped creams and some of
I'm
this
like,
and
that's
this and
just a
that.
Sunday. What the hell's wrong with that?
Meanwhile, Mrs. Chubby is finishing a light lunch with ice cream, which is all right. But
Have a little chocolate syrup. You deserve it. That whipped cream looks delicious. That's it. Shoot the works. Wait till she gets on those scales.
I'm like, so every time you have a Sunday, it's the devil's work?
So they use the scale and the devils have their little devil weights.
Bunch of douchebags. And all of a sudden, here comes Mr. Chubby, and he swatted them out of there and shit. You know, but so like Mrs. Chubby wouldn't feel so self-conscious.
And then, they make a they make a blah to reduce.
And they take a pledge to stick to their diet.
And like it's always like, remember that the famous words of Captain Akbar, whatever the fuck his name is.
Admiral Akbar.
Admiral Akbar. It's a Trump. Remember this shit, fellas. That whenever a woman's like, do I look fat? Don't say anything. Especially don't look at her and say anything.
Just pretend like you did. Just be like, that's worse. That's way worse.
Yeah, don't.
If you just look away and don't say anything,
yeah,
you're just like...
Especially if you look all weird like that. Like, no.
Anyway, they deny...
Well, wait a minute. What's your sage advice? You can't leave him hanging like
Well,
that.
I don't have any advice.
Neither do I. I guess they're screwed.
So they deny the cake devils.
Cake devils.
It wasn't quick or easy. It took willpower and determination to resist temptation and develop and stick to a new set of eating habits. Chubby found one exercise that helped. That was shaking his head as second helpings. And the best exercise of all, pushing oneself away from the table.
They reduce and stay reduced.
The only solution is to be just as chubby. That way, it's a win-win. Nobody feels any way.
Their old friend the scale was happy too. The only buttons Chubby ever pops anymore are those of pride.
They go to a dance.
And as for Mrs. Chubby, once again, she was the belle of the ball.
The devils are sad, but then they find another fucking victim.
I give up. Let's look for another victim. There's somebody.
Yep, they always laugh. And I love how it just ends like that. Like, you don't get to see them hatch on to another host or whatever, And chances are that was what's her name. And that's how Exorcist came about. They were like, you know what, fuck this about making people fat and shit and, making fat girls feel fatter. Let's go after somebody real and do some real damage. And that's how Exorcist came about. They jumped on that little girl.
That little girl would not have been born yet.
Just
well, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe they jumped into the mother, and then the mother, they waited for a while until she was born, then they jumped on the little girl. Well, that works for me. Hey.
Meh.
Meh.
That was that.
So, what, how do you think we should, celebrate the apocalypse?
Yay!
Yay!
It's the end of the world as we know it. It really sucks. Dude, I just hate people.
September 18th, they're planning another insurrection.
I know.
Well, I hope that Capitol Police know this time. And it's not a surprise where they're like, hey, look, white people. Hey, they look angry. They also look very stupid and confused. It's like they put a giant Vulcan mind melt on them.
Dude, I just can't handle it.
How can that many
anymore.
people be that duped?
On that note.
Like, nobody hears things?
On that note, we'll see you later.
Trump's own people were like, no stolen election. We fucking did all this shit. And they're like, I didn't hear that. Moving on. And then another person goes, this nothing, this is nothing. Moving on, didn't hear that. People from this state that supposedly some shit's happened. They're like, no. And they're from that side. They're like, no. And they're like, didn't hear that. Moving on. It's like, dude, what? Like, you just ignore everything? That's what they did. They just kept ignoring whatever facts that came out. No.
I hate everybody.
But I love when did that become
everything.
A thing where you could just be like, whatever's true, I don't care if it's true. I'm going to keep going like it's not. But then that doesn't make any sense. You're just crazy.
Nothing makes sense anymore, dude. Everybody is so fucking divided, dude. It is insanity. How there's a side that's like, everything's fucked up. you're kind of to blame, but we won't really say nothing about it. And then the silence to blame's like, nah, everything's fucking great. No, I don't see no nothing. I don't see no sickness. I don't see no, there might be sickness. I don't want a vaccine because I don't know what's in it, but I will take a horse to wormer.
Yeah, I will take all these weird experimental fucking weird things, but I won't take the vaccine, which is ready and available.
Well,
I'll throw the kitchen sink at it. Like, you could have just got a vaccine. You could have just got a shot. You know? And don't walk around talking shit about how, like, you know, you're sitting there and talking like, I'm the most immune ever. My whole family, we're all immune. All we do is drink kale. And then you get like this virus and you freak out and start throwing everything at it. Like, wait a minute, I thought you guys were like Wolverine family and you were just going to regenerate, you know? Or are you just all full of shit?
That's he's talking about Joe
Something
Rogan.
else.
If you couldn't figure it out.
That big basketball head fuck.
If you stick around till later in the fucking outtakes, you'll hear a long ass Joe Rogan fucking thing.
Goddamn guru, motherfucker!
I know.
You goddamn pool penis. You're bull penis dude.
He's a pool penis.
He used to make people eat cock for $50,000.
And not his.
Well, obviously not his.
He made people drink sperm.
That'd be crazy.
Not his.
Good. I hope people will know that. It was a show.
That was the episode. I think they killed it.
I know, but
I
people
think
are
they
so
fucking.
stupid. They're probably like,
Yeah, I
oh
don't
my
even
god,
think
Joe
that
Rogan
episode
made you
aired.
drink sperm. I'm like, no, it's a show.
It was
You have to
stupid.
explain.
I fucking hated him then too. Fucking
I don't hate him. That's pretty strong. I was indifferent to Joe.
I hate him. That's like I hate everybody
Everybody?
except y'all. You're all cool.
What about Santa?
Fucking Santa doesn't exist. He's dead. Ed Asner's dead.
Okay, Ed Asner was Santa Claus? Like the real Santa?
In that Elf movie, that's fucking Will Ferrell piece of shit.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I know people love that fucking horribleness, but it's like, give me fucking Jingle All the Way any day for a fucking
Dude, give me that
stupid fucking Christmas movie.
I'm gonna say Roger. Give me that fucking what the hell was his name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The dude from Arthur.
Dudley Moore.
Give me Dudley Moore's Santa Claus one. You know, the one with fucking, what's his name? Lithgow. Yeah. Give me that shit.
But now I'm talking about like really fucking stupid Christmas movies, like Elf's really stupid.
I don't know, it's a bit of one.
And then Jingle All.
That movie
And Jingle All. Well, yeah, but Jingle All the Way is my favorite stupid.
Jamie.
Yeah.
I got the Turbo Man doll. You know, are they gonna play it this year? Or are they gonna be all woke now and cancel Arnold? You know, because he said some things that irritated the rednecks. You know. People should really
I'm pretty
stop
sure.
and listen to what people say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you
before
should have
they-
listened to what you said before it came out of your mouth. So you just considered rednecks and called them woke. They are the farthest thing from woke there fucking is.
Okay, their version of woke. Roke. Yeah, they're raked.
I hate everything.
I live in America.
And I hate it.
No, you don't hate it. Don't hate it. You hate the people that are in it.
I don't
That
know
are trying to ruin it for all of us.
anymore. I kind of hate it all. But I hate the rest of the world too, so.
I don't know if I can say I hate the rest of the world. Hate's a very...
They're all stupid. Everybody's stupid. The only thing is, I admit that I'm stupid. They can't admit they're stupid, but.
Which is why they're stupid.
Eh.
Because they just can't bring themselves to be like, I'm stupid. I get you.
So I don't know what's happened recently, but our episodes are being mighty long fucking outtakes. And just, we went for a while there without being all fucking, I hate everything.
We have a lot of shit.
But now, for like the last couple weeks, we're just
Well, it's
been like...
kind of hard to like watch society crack and crumble, and watch like all the norms you ever thought were just always going to be there are just going, you know, like the rule of law, and soon people are just going to fucking not care if cops are around. They're just not going to care.
Well, if you're the right
They're not
color,
gonna
the cops
care.
won't care if you're doing anything because they'll just let you walk away. Go that way. Kid with fucking assault rifle.
15 who just shot random. Yeah, and that's what we're all headed towards. So I hope everybody's ready for that shit. Lawlessness. And you think it's just going to be white on black? It's going to be crazy doing whatever the hell crazy wants to do. So I hope all the whiteys that are like, yeah, I hope it all comes down. And then you're in your house scared to death because these crazies that had that wall, that wall that was there, that was separating you from them, no longer there now. Because to them, there is no law. They have the ability to do what they want, which is probably fuck you up, rape, pillage, kill, burn. They're going to do whatever they want to do. You ready for, is that what you want? Lawlessness? Anarchy, craziness, lawlessness? No, I don't think that's what you want. You say that until it starts happening. Then
Who
you're like, and
says
then
this?
they'll be like, "Where's the police when you need them?" All these rednecks when they're getting fucked up by the crazies.
Oh, but
You
the
know.
rednecks love the police as long as they keep fucking beating and shooting unarmed black people.
But as soon as they turn on them, all of a sudden it's they're
You know,
actors,
Or
actors,
or just because like the Capitol Police, they're not real
They're
police.
actors that work for AOC. That's who they are. Because I heard that from a guy that heard it from a guy on the internet. That's how they operate. How do you argue against that?
Well, you can't because you're like, you're wrong. And then they're like, no.
No, not.
Double down.
I heard it from Marjorie Taylor Greene. And
from
she
Wendy
got it
Bell.
from this space laser. Because they're lizard people that eat bitch.
And I mean, I have no right to be like, somebody should not have a platform.
shit.
But some of these people really should have a platform. Honestly, we probably shouldn't have a platform. But it's
I would probably rather have us have a platform than the, they're lizard people that eat babies and their space lasers. Like, I would rather have us have the platform than them.
And that
I think
shooting,
we have more
and that
honor
fucking
society.
shooting did not happen.
What?
No, Marjorie Taylor, fuckball.
Green?
Yes. Green.
She has a really big chin. In fact, she looks like Paxaw Jim Duggan if he shaved. And blonded his hair. I swear to God, this is like an Ace Ventura type situation. She's fucking Einhorn. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Anyway.
Green is a man.
Anyway.
All of a sudden, Matt Taylor's like, Matt fucking Gaze is like, oh my God, because he was in California, probably raw.
Matt Taylor, isn't that Rod Kuntz's editor? I think
Sorry,
so.
Matt. I meant Gates, not you. Wrong Matt. But he was probably in California raw dogging Green, while they were having their little tour of whatever. What the fuck was that anyway? When did two fucking assholes that have so much heat on them are like, you know what we should do? Let's go and tour. Like, yeah, I'm only being accused of fucking child trafficking and you're a fucking idiot. Sure. Let's go.
So,
promote what?
Speaking of, you said about like people said, oh, blah, 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 and they'd be like, what?
And they flew
hear
all
that.
the way to California
What about-
to say what? Leave Britney alone?
What about Bobart, or whatever the fuck her name is?
Bobart.
He's like-
with the always takes a picture with guns behind
She's
her.
like, oh yeah, I underreported all kinds of stuff on my campaign. And everybody's just like, what? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. And it's just like,
Do something!
I was like, well, you have to excuse her because she don't even have her high school diploma.
And that's a fucking problem!
That is a fucking
And she
problem.
married the dude that flashed her and goddamn fucking that she was a kid! At a bowling alley! Dude, what the fuck happened to people, man? What the fuck?
They went full retard, never go full retard, but they did.
And it all just like happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
4 years, that's all it took. 4 years. 4 years! That's all it took to just bring it all down! And they did. They brought it all down, dude, with chainsaws. Just cutting away at democracy.
Bring in the sheep. Bring in the sheep. Oh. Oh.
Oh!
But anyway, you were thinking I'll take her over? They fucking are. Here's some shit from earlier.
Jesus. So how do you think this all ends? It's going to be a bunch of redneck militia dudes versus the military, the ones that aren't, like, on their side. So you're going to have a standoff of military dudes and then the militia dudes.
Gravy SEALs and
the real
dudes.
Navy SEAls. And then you're going to have the real Navy SEAls, the ones that have been hiding in secret. We're going to put down their shit and walk across the line. And then how many are going to be left?
You mean they're going to walk across the line and get on the line with the Gravy SEAls?
Yes, with the Gravy SEAls. How?
Well, I
many
wasn't going to end this. I mean, fucking, we can
I'm just saying, how many are going to be left? How many from the other side that are rational thinking human beings?
You would hope a lot, but nowadays...
People, is that... My question is like, did it really take 4 years for us to evolve backwards to become more animalistic towards each other?
We've always been there. We
Well,
just needed
more
a
so
we just
than
needed
ever.
a reason. It's been bubbling.
What, wanting to kill each other? What, we haven't been doing that enough lately?
Well,
Is there something
we're in
about-
America, where people die
It's
or
just
killed by
something
other
about
people every day.
Humans are the most animalistic, evil fucking things on the planet,
Yeah.
and we want to be that way. But but society and churches and everything has been holding us back, and now everything's starting to dissipate and disappear.
Because
and there's
churches want people to die too.
Well, I know, but there's nothing there anymore. There's nothing there. There's no wall between the people that are rational and the psychos.
Yeah, because the people that are psychos, they just be going to fucking school board meetings and making that their new war zones. Dude, everywhere, all across the country, fucking loony bins just be going to the fucking school board meetings and flipping the fuck out. Like, I'm mascot, children! It's like...
Well, then normal people need to rise up and take...
Dude, you see...
And not let them be the main voice in the room.
Yeah, well, dude, they try, but they always come fucking full force, and they just fucking scream.
Well, then go
and then
back
they
with full force and scream
and
back.
then they're like, okay, that's enough. They're like, no!
Is that how it goes?
Yes! They're basically saying the same thing, because all they're saying is fucking bullshit.
Did you see the Rastafarian Casey that went,
Yes.
that went all metal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even happening here, dude.
I just said people were like, Rastafarian Casey.
But like, yeah, it's even happening in our own local fucking area too, man. People just be going to them school board meetings, fucking meh, meh, meh. Meh, meh, meh. Hashtag unmask our children. Meh, meh, meh. You're idiots. All of you. You know what?
Please don't speak for my child.
You know what?
Yours, yes.
You know
that's
what?
fine.
Take the ivermectin. Take all of it.
Oh, yes. In
I mean,
fact,
like, buy the
overdose.
fucking handful.
Overdose. Take it all.
Well, I mean, that's a problem because I guess in Oklahoma that, like, hospitals are so full of fucking ivermectin goddamn fucking overdoses that people that actually have fucking illnesses and gunshots can't get treated because the idiots came out to play and take the neurotoxin. Anyway, I'm ending this now.
Wow.
Actually, I'm not ending this now because there will be more outtakes, but this episode, this blah, 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 has to stop.
Blah, blah, blah. And people were going to be high-fiving our soldiers? No. You know, there was extreme crazies over there. We shouldn't have been over there in the first place. But, yeah, it's just killer. But, like, oh, now you care. You know, now you care. Like, there was other soldiers before this 13 that had died on the watch of Biden and Trump.
And
I don't
Bush.
see any, and Bush
And Obama.
and I don't see any drinks laid out for them.
Yeah.
Go fuck
But
yourself.
now it's just because you want to be like, see what Joe Biden did? Fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden did
It's like,
that.
Joe Biden hasn't done fuck all.
Like, you act like Joe
done-
Biden's the one that ran into the fucking crowd with the bomb strap.
But it's like, he ain't done fuck all. He ain't gonna,
yelling at nobody.
he ain't gonna do fuck all. He ain't gonna do...
Joe?
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, he already did. Yeah, he killed a bunch of civilians with drone strikes.
No, but I mean, not about that. I just mean, period.
Oh. Well, I meant, like, as far as retaliation,
yeah.
they retaliated.
And that's
then
the
they
Obama
made,
policy.
And then they made more enemies.
That's what they do. Obama fucking drone strike the fuck out of
That
fucking
wasn't
countries.
Obama's policy. That was other people in the room and probably a little bit of Joe, too. Because Joe and them guys have been there before him and would probably be like, listen, Brock, this is how we would do it. And he was like, all right. And they probably kept stressing to him that no troops would be harmed. No troops would be harmed. And he's like, fine. But they don't stop to be like, but these drones are kind of unreliable. And they might get the target, but also 70 other civilians. You know? It's like, I mean, is that acceptable? No. Any human being would be like, no, I don't want to fucking... That might be children.
You said any human being.
Okay, ones with consciences.
Which is
but apparently
few
when
and
you
far,
run for
fucking
office,
few and far
you
between.
cannot have a conscience.
No, dude.
Or a soul.
To be just a person, you can't have a conscience anymore, dude.
I do. You do.
Yeah, but we're also failures.
We're not failures. You're a failure, fuck.
No, we're failures.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
People out there like us. They enjoy watching us. We've done something with our lives. We're not failures.
We're still failures.
We haven't screwed anybody over or killed anyone or fucked people over.
Well, we haven't killed anyone. I'm sure we probably screwed somebody
Well, I'm
over.
sure we have, but not for millions of dollars. And
yeah, but I was saying. No, I lost what I was fucking
we've
saying.
never done the cruelty things that other humans have done.
Because we haven't had the opportunities to, because we're stupid.
wouldn't do
We're
it
like,
anyway.
we want to do TV stuff.
Lazy
and we're like,
as
but we're
balls.
not doing anything. We're
Even
not
if I
going
was
anywhere.
a tyrant, I'd be too lazy to describe to my henchmen what I want done to the people. They'd be like, what should we do, boss? And I'd be like, you know, I'm just going to take a nap. Why don't you guys just go out and tell everybody,
No, you would just tell them to go and fucking go kill them and take all their cheese.
kill them and take cheese. What? But make sure you store the cheese at a proper temperature because I guarantee, I fucking tell you what, if you bring back warm cheese,
There's
what if
nothing-
their fridge is broken? I'm like, well, then ignore that.
Double kill them.
Kill them for having warm cheese.
It was like, dude, there's nothing worse than like warm, sweaty cheese. Like you go to a fucking party or
See,
something
now,
and
if
somebody.
you'd be my second in command, you'd be my general, like or some shit. You know, we just make you a weird name.
But anyway, I was about to say, you go to a party and they have like a fucking party tray, and like you're like, oh yeah, crackers and cheese. Yippee!
Warm, buttery
But then you go
cheese.
get fucking, you're like, take a cracker, you just put a floppy piece of sweaty, warm
Ew,
cheddar
I
on
know,
it.
It's all
Ah.
weird. It starts turning a weird
And it's got like
color.
a skin on, like kind of a air skin on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, God, is that
warm
no cheese?
Ugh.
Should it be breaking down so quickly? It hit the air in 10 seconds. It's like, it's like fucking apples. I love peeling apples and eating them like that. But then you peel them and in 10 seconds it starts to look like, you know, Robbie Shank.
Hey, you know, the way to like take care of that is to just eat the pill.
Eat the pill?
Yeah. Not ivermectin.
Not ivermectin.
You just take the fucking
Eat
apple,
an apple
and
that
you
looks
eat
like
the
Joe
apple
Rogan's
pill.
head.
Dude, all apples look like
Joe Rogan's
fucking
head. Yeah, they do. Especially the ugly fruit ones now, because he's just got a big head. What's wrong with his head? Why is his head so big?
It's
He's
all-
got a big head, long, giant chimp arms, and these little tiny little legs, and this
Listen, I
fucking
was-
turtle shell torso.
I was never a fan, ever.
I mean, I wouldn't say I was
I-
never a fan.
I
I'm
will
not like a
say,
fan. I'm not
I
out
would
there
say
buying T-shirts.
I was never
I
a
like-
fan of him. I would watch, like, say when he interviewed, like,
I think he's just too much DMT,
Jake the
dude.
Snake and stuff.
Jake the Snake.
Like, whenever he would, like,
He needs
interview
to
people,
chill
I
out.
would watch some of those, but, like, yeah, I've never liked the fucking dude.
Well, I think Joe's starting
Even-
to believe his own Jim Jones horse shit.
Yeah.
And everybody's looking to him like he's a guru, and he's starting to believe it.
Like, his stand-up it's horrible. It
Oh, yeah,
always
stand-up's
has been.
horrible, yeah.
He fucking...
It's like Jeff Dunham horrible.
And
And
then,
all
like,
the rednecks go to Jeff Dunham now. I don't know if you noticed that. But Jeff,
now, they always did.
I'm sure they always did, but I mean, I've only just started noticing how much. You're like, you mentioned comedy, and you're fucking throwing out comedians, and they're like, because they don't know any of them, and all of a sudden they go, oh, what about Jeff Dunham? And you're like, yeah. And they're like, the way he does the puppet, Joe Biden. And you're like, they start rambling off about it, and you're like, yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, after a while, it gets like, yes, you could probably like go. Trump gave you new material constantly.
Yeah, why doesn't fly out to follow us in
Right,
here?
exactly. Joe Biden all he gives you is, I'm old, and that's about
He has Trump's
all you get.
voice?
No, I mean that's Trump. I'm
Oh.
saying like Joe, he's always like, I'm old, you know,
Yeah.
really old,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's all you got. He's old.
I mean, he is.
He's old.
Old.
Yeah, he's old. But like, I mean, yeah. What are you gonna do?
Fucked.
It's better than crazy.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
I'd rather have old than crazy. Sorry.
Well, yeah, me too, but...
I think everybody's starting to miss the point here. Everybody's bitching about how old he is. I'm like, I think we're missing the point. Does anybody remember what we had months ago?
Lots of people want that. Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
I know. That's not even a system. That's just a chaotic, let's just do whatever the fuck we want. Nah.
He's gonna win.
And then we're
He
done.
runs again, yeah.
Then we're done.
Then we're done.
As a society, as everything. We're
Yeah.
just,
Dude.
because half the country's going to fight against it, the other half's going to embrace it.
Dude, well, I just saw a thing.
So we're going to split in half.
I just saw a thing where... Did you know there is a Still City blah, blah, blah militia?
What?
Uh-huh.
A Steel City militia?
Yeah, and it's not a roller derby team, or a football team, or a soccer team.
It's a kill black people team.
It's a fucking Gravy Seals, a Al-Qaeda. Motherfuckers cosplay.
Gravy Seals.
I saw that on Reddit a million times. I can't take credit for that.
Okay, that's still good. Whoever said that was genius.
But they do cosplay Call of Duty, right? But dude, yeah, there's a local bar, semi-close to here, closer to Pittsburgh, so even more out of Pennsylvania. I don't want to say where, but you know fucking where. It's like, and they hired them as security because Antifa was coming.
Oh, Antifa, which is not even a thing.
But
It's
dude,
like being afraid of the boogeyman.
and then they're like, they got to justify how, these symbols, we're not a hate group. These symbols were used by Vikings, and they were used by the fucking Norse, and they're not hate symbols. The fucking Nazis, they took the symbols and made them hate symbols, but they're not hate symbols. So yeah, dude, this is fucking happening everywhere, dude.
This is where
and they're open carrying everywhere, and it's like, how is this not they're doing it just to get their fucking little dick rocks off because they're like, I scared somebody. How is this okay? Yes, you have the right to bear arms and everything else.
Not to Walmart.
But do you need to walk around?
You need to go to Walmart.
Your Gravy Seal fucking ass?
Gravy
Fucking sit there with your goddamn flak jackets and shit on, walking around with your I don't fucking know, your fucking semi-automatic fucking, or fully automatic fucking rifles. Do you really need that? The Walmarts in our area have a sign saying, please, do not open carry in the store. I mean, what you gotta do?
Gravy Seals. I love it.
Al-Qaeda.
Why do you need to go to Walmart with your AR?
Exactly!
You're just going
to scare people, to feel like you have something more than the Donald Trump little mushroom cookie dick.
But you don't.
That's right, you don't.
I mean, look, you show up in a big ass truck and you strap a gun on your back. You might as well just pull your penis out and show
dude,
me.
you pull up in a truck.
See how tiny it is. I'm like, dude, that thing must be non-existent.
Because I mean, there's a truck I see a lot in our area that's like jacked the fuck up to the sky with fucking 5 goddamn flags in the back. A don't tread on me, a Trump one, a fuck Joe Biden one, a Confederate flag, and an American flag. And it's like,
why? That's so contradictory.
How little is your fucking dick?
Why do you have the Confederate flag and the American flag together? Like they joined forces.
Dude, they just don't care anymore. It just makes people mad, so they fucking do it. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why they fucking do it.
Anymore. I don't live to get laid or get a job or learn how to read. I just want to pick off the limbs.
No, dude. Yeah, dude, they don't have to worry about getting laid because anytime they pull their fucking pants down, the fucking redneck fucking fat loopy fucking bitch that's fucking even gonna come close to touching his dick sees that little mushroom cookie fucking piece and it's like. And that's why they have the trucks up to here, and the fucking rifles, and the Gravy Seal fucking goddamn fucking flak jackets, and the fucking flags, and all that, because they got a little dick, and they got laughed at every time they pulled their pants down for having said little dick.
The Gravy
Fuck you.
I fucking love that. That's fantastic. Gravy Seals.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with that, genius.
Well, I've seen it a million times by a million people, so.
Well,
it was created by somebody.
First time I heard it.
Yeah. Oh, I saw whole lists of fucking shit people calling them fucking people. Like I said, there's Al-Qaeda, gravy. There's a million of them. I just can't fucking think of any right off my top of my head.
So they know how this is gonna end, right? Unless none of them's ever seen Ruby Ridge.
Oh no, dude! Government's down with them. The cops are down with them. The cops were hanging out at said fucking bar with said not white supremacists.
Not white supremacists, but white supremacists.
And it's like, yeah, of course they had pictures taken outside the bar, and all of them had to be sitting there, not a motherfucker smiling, all looking all like my cousin on his Facebook profile picture, holding their fucking rifles and their fucking flags and shit. Fuck this country. Fuck this state.
They want to go
Fuck
backwards.
this world. I'm over it. And this is just the outtakes. Because I have something I haven't even brought up in these goddamn outtakes that I want to
Can I
bring
get
up.
some coffee?
Fuck you. I don't care. I'll go outside again before we start this.
Okay. I think you owe me an apology.
No, fuck you.
Now you owe me shit.
But anyway, check out more outtakes or something. I don't
There ain't
know.
no more outtakes. Just you flailing your arms like a
No, there will be. There'll be what we've end up.
what we
I don't fucking know.